body.
Yeah.
Just listen to it at that point.
Sure.
And, and that's...
My wife's given birth 4 times.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
But no, talk to as many women as you can who's gone through the process.
Yeah, bro. Thanks, Aaron. God bless you, man. See ya.
I don't believe in that. Okay. You don't even develop gender, you don't develop any cognitive thing, you don't develop any of that until months and months until that.
What was the questions again? You asked those 4 questions.
Oh, do you believe in human rights?
Yeah.
Okay. There was the second question.
So then we're talking about whether you think
An
newly
unborn
conceived embryo is a child yet. No, I don't.
Well, no. So there's stages of development, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So
we just had a conversation.
So you believe that you have full human rights, right?
I do.
Good. Did you have full human rights when you were 6 years old?
Yes.
And when you were 1 year old?
Yes.
Yeah. And should you have had human rights
under the guidance? Was it the legal?
Yeah, under the legal system in New Zealand. Sure. So should you have had human rights a minute before your mother gave birth?
I was saying that maybe in the month prior, where our defining difference here is, you think it's from inception, right?
Conception. Yeah.
Conception, right?
Yeah.
From when
it starts to grow.
I think at the point that you have cognitive function.
From cognitive. Okay. So
and
more like.
And the point that you have bodily autonomy in terms of arms, legs, and all that other shit.
So arms and legs come at the 10th week, or well, actually before that, eh?
Yeah.
In fact, it's on the pamphlet.
Though.
It's on the
pamphlet. Talking about a small little.
So what about a 1-year-old's arms? They're still small and undeveloped.
No, they're developed enough to exist in this earth.
So is a 39-week-old baby that's still in the womb, or a 35. I mean, 20 weeks. 20 weeks. No.
Do you have any medical background?
No, I don't need to, because I've read the stuff. 20 weeks.
Reading shit doesn't make you.
The earliest NIC, the NIC unit, the incubator unit for babies who are born prematurely.
Yeah.
The earliest baby so far that I know about is 20 weeks old. So does that baby have a right to live?
Arguable. At that point, I mean.
How do you make that decision?
Well, the person who's creating the baby, the woman, should have autonomy over that decision because it's their creation.
Up until what age?
Up until they exist on this planet Earth.
So 20 weeks?
No, outside of the womb.
Yeah, so the baby was born prematurely.
No, not 20 weeks.
The baby was
9
born.
months.
So
standard time.
Okay, so let's say a woman gives birth prematurely, baby's 20 weeks old, he's in the NIC unit, he's going to survive. Does the woman have the right to kill that baby?
If that baby's going to live a horrible, debilitated life, yeah.
So that baby has human rights unless it's going to live a horrible life.
Yeah.
So what about a 5-year-old who's living a horrible life, who's going to live a horrible life? Can we kill him? What's the standard?
Well, you realise that there's a huge number of steps and processes they have to go through.
Different
assessments, analysis, doctor's reports. You can't just go and kill your baby.
Okay, but if you go through the doctor's reports and the assessments and all that, and you decide this 20-week-old baby is going to live a horrible life, therefore we are able to kill him.
Yeah, fine.
Wow, that's so 21-week-old?
I think anyone, if they don't enjoy their life, should be responsible, should be allowed to make the decision to end their own life.
Okay, so now you're talking about suicide. Right?
No, I'm talking about merciful, I don't know what the term is.
Euthanasia kind of thing.
Euthanasia, yeah.
Okay, so you believe in euthanasia for any age child because you assume about something about their future. So they lose their human rights because they're not.
No, they don't lose their human rights. You're making a sweeping analysis based on a moral thing, where I'm saying that doesn't take into context all the subject around, like in the context that they're born into.
Right. So you don't believe in human rights?
I do believe in human rights. What's your stance on 50,000 kids getting bombed in Israel right now?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah.
So like, where's your fucking stop Israel sign?
Stop killing babies in Israel. I believe in that, bro. I believe in that. My issue is that we have 44 children in New Zealand being murdered through abortion every day. Yeah. And I want that to stop.
That's the woman's choice.
Way more. Okay, so
you don't know the context of any of those 44 every day, do you?
No,
you don't know that they're different cases, different places, different people. They could have been rape victims. They could have been terrible lives. They could just not be in a position where they're able to raise a child, in which case, what are you going to do?
Yeah. So like what we were asking is, do you believe in human rights? Because if the baby has
I do,
a right,
but you're painting that as a black and white. If you do this, you can't do that. It's not fucking binary. It's not a human right. You believe in human rights. You don't believe in abortion. Like, it's not the same. Like, you're trying to box it into something that, oh, if I don't believe in human rights, then I should. It's not like that. It's not that clear cut.
do you believe murdering 6-year-olds is wrong?
Yes.
Okay, in all cases.
Yes.
Okay, good. Me too. Do you believe in? So that baby who was born 20 weeks
But now you're
old.
trying to run me down a pathway of I say yes to these things, in which case now I'm a hypocrite because
I'm trying to show you that consistently you should stand with us to protect babies' lives.
I believe we should do a lot more as a society to protect young mothers, in which
Amen.
case
Yes.
that would have a follow-on effect.
Yes, that's right.
But the choice for all this shit is a woman's choice. I see 4 fucking dudes standing in the middle of the road. None of you have given birth to a child, have you?
My wife over there has given
Okay, cool.
6
1
children.
out of 8.
Actually, there's if you want to talk to Kanoya just over here,
all
that'd be
right. Well,
great.
like, you see what I'm
There's
saying
quite a few
here?
girls here too, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, we all care about the rights of humans. I care about you, bro, that you do not get
Yeah,
killed.
but I think inherently that's a woman's
Can I
right.
ask you a different question?
Yeah, what?
What do you think happens to us when we die?
I think we go into the earth, it's an energy thing.
You
The energy
believe
is
We're
carried
absorbed
on
into the
through-
energy of the universe.
essentially the earth, yeah, carry on.
So what's your beliefs about heaven and hell?
Doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist?
No.
How do you know
We
that?
make it here on earth.
How do you know
You want to
that?
live in hell, you can fucking do it. You want to live in heaven, you can fucking do it.
So how
right
do you
here
know
and now.
what you believe is true?
Well, how
That's
do you?
important now.
Well, I've seen no evidence to support. Otherwise, also, like, everyone's completely entitled to believe. So you guys believe in a man in the clouds, right?
No.
Well, what I'm saying is what you and I believe makes no difference to the truth. The truth will be the truth. So, but if you believe that something that's
arguably,
not
because
true,
if you're inputting your opinion, essentially, your belief is your opinion, right? That's all it is.
Well, his
The
opinion.
choice you made to say, I think this is correct.
right.
He was taught.
so
He was taught his opinions.
If you're,
Actually.
if you're inputting that into truth being fact, is that what we're basing this thing on?
Yeah. Truth
Okay,
being
cool.
fact.
Then, if you're bringing your belief system into it, I would say that truth is grey.
So has Christianity changed the world from Israel all the way through to New Zealand, where the furthest city from Israel is called Christchurch, right? Did Christianity change the world?
Yeah, probably for the worst.
Okay.
Overall.
Okay, that's arguable, but let's keep talking about that. Okay, so it did change the world. So what's Christianity based on?
It's based on the same thing that fucking
Islam's
based on. It's based on essentially the principles of astrology, the sun, the stars, all that shit, a creation story, basic human storytelling around a rough moral compass with a whole bunch of stories attached to it, or metaphors for basic knowledge and moral compass that every other fucking religion seems to have in it.
So you don't make any distinction between the
Not
religions?
really, they're just people's beliefs. Like, they just choose to believe a specific way, or it's the context in which the culture their shit's raised, or
So
whatever. It's all the same. Like,
The first Christians.
there's no moral superiority there. You guys are just as good as, just as bad as Islam, just as good as bad as every other fucking religion.
So the first Christians actually were like, they thought that when Jesus died, that the whole thing was over. No Christianity, no nothing. It was only when he rose again that they completely changed into this force that changed the world. Because the whole thing is based on the resurrection of Christ. Because he died on the cross
what
for
about
our
the Old
sins.
Testament then? Because that's exactly the same as the Quran.
No.
Almost word for word.
Having okay, well, having read both, it's demonstrable to me that you haven't read both.
I grew up as a Christian and I've read the Quran.
You've read the Old Testament and the Quran. You say the word for word the same. Well, they're like very, very similar.
They're very comparable, yes.
Okay, so in the Quran, where Muhammad says, "Don't say about the Lord, about Jesus, and take me and my mother as
I
gods."
stopped to talk about fucking abortion, which I don't agree with.
Could I give you
I'm not
something to
talking
read?
About, nah, I just stick it in the bin.
Thanks for talking.
God bless you. Thank you. Thanks for stopping. Yep. I got all that on here anyway.
Delivery customer.
Yeah, God, there's enough sermon material there to go for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Hey, fold the signs up.
Okay.
And
Are we going back?